Hello everyone, I just thought I'd share a quick tour today of how I'm using my junk journals to give you guys ideas and just to have a little update on some of the flip throughs that I've done on my channel. I believe all of these journals have a flip through after I had created them on my channel. So the first one I'm going to go over is probably one of the most popular videos on my channel is this Jane Austen themed junk journal that I did. That's 3 signatures, and this one is my personal writing journal. And so I've got this little it's like a bookmark made out of elastic with a loop for my pen. This is a Pentel Hybrid Technica pen in 0.4. I really like how these write on the pages and over coffee dyeing and all that. And as you can see, I need to do some repair here on the front because this one I keep in my car and I take it in and out about 5 days a week, and so I like to use it when I'm picking up my kids and I'm waiting in the car, or before I get out I take it and I do my daily journal. And I skip the weekends pretty much because I don't have that same routine on the weekend. So I was just going to, let me move this, see if I can just sort of flip through because it's and I don't really want you to be able to read it. So you can see that I've written a lot in here, and I'm actually all the way, let's see, all the way over here. So, and there's just a few more left in this journal, and I'll be doing a different one. I'll be using a different one after this. Anyway, so I can set that aside. Let's see. Next, I think I will show what I'm doing with this one. Now, this one was a swap that I traded with my friend Amy Chan. She made this, and it's really the essential of a junk journal, made from all kinds of just things recycled from the trash. And I love this, and she's very creative. This one I'm using for, whoops, here we go, let's try to stay in frame here, for like a scrapbook, kind of. And so you'll see all these post-it notes because I wanted to protect the other people's privacy who are in here, which is mostly, I think, my children, but then you can see how I'm using it here. Oops, that's coming out. Oh dear. Let's there's my face, so I didn't cover myself up. This was a hiking trip, real fun. And then this one, oh, there's somebody's face there, whoops. There's my husband. I didn't cover him up because I figure he's an adult, so there I am. I think that's as far as I've got in this one. Oh wait, there's another one. Yeah, and so, there's my husband again. That's that one. Kind of a scrapbook junk journal. This one also, this butterfly one, I am also using as kind of a scrapbook type journal. And this one's more of my own individual, non-family things that I've done. So years ago I did, like, I got a makeover at the mall, so that's in there. And this was like a road trip I took by myself to meet up with my sister, and that's, I think, a selfie at a what do you call it, road stop, I can't remember what it's called, you know, rest stop, that's what it's called. And then this was a hiking trip that I took with a friend, and that's a beautiful view up there. Look at that, all you can see. So I've covered up the friend's face because I don't have their permission to share. So I want to be cognizant of that. I've worked with Habitat for Humanity several times, so we got to insulate a house there, and that was that trip. And then this was a retreat trip, and I think that's as far as I've got in this one. And so that's my special little journal for collecting my own memories there. This was one of the first ones, if not the first junk journal I made, so obviously it's seen a lot of wear and tear, and you know, I wasn't as good at doing all the different things back then. But this one I had used as a junk journal ideas book. So it's a junk journal to hold ideas and inspirations. And so on all these different pages, here's a journal idea of a tuck spot, and sometimes I would try to write where I got the ideas. See here, this is Paula Lemon, fold journal paper to look like envelope. That way I could remember where I got the idea and give them proper credit for that. And I need to look through this again and actually do some of the ideas. This is a pocket page insert idea. And this was, oh yes, I even did the Christmas journal. So this idea is in one of my Christmas journals that I did. But I wrote it down in here when I had the idea. So I keep this kind of in the living room area, and then, you know, if I was trolling on YouTube or watching a video, I get an idea, then I would write it down in here. So I keep it kind of handy. And this little piece of cardboard with this binder clip is so that with all that ephemera in there, I can slip it behind and have a hard surface to write on. So it's kind of like a bookmark slash writing surface. Yeah, and then there's another paper clipped stuff. So that's as far as I've got with that one. Then we have this little one here that is also one of my early junk journals. And this one I like to write down just scripture verses from the Bible. And so I have lots of them in here. And it's one way to help memorize is writing down, and then it's just, I like to collect them. Obviously, I can look them up anytime in the Bible, but I like to have this way of collecting them also. And so this is just my scripture memory verse collection, and if I want to, you know, go through and look for inspiration, I have this. And then finally, this is an art journal, junk journal, art journal, whatever. This flower here is not in the original because I did have the front and back look the same, and whenever I've been using it, I had a hard time opening it to the correct side, you know, it'd be upside down, and so that's why I added that so I can easily know which one's the front. So that is one thing I would do differently if I were to make this again. And I am not a professional artist, so there you go. Please don't judge me harshly. But I've got all kinds of scraps of, this is probably Bristol paper or something, and this is just regular old drawing paper, and then pretty scrapbook paper. I got this little flyer while I was waiting for my children at the dentist, and was trying to use that as a reference to draw, so I have that in there. I don't know, I think that was a hedgehog without a reference, and I don't like that. This one obviously had a reference, it looks a lot better. Just Pinterest for that. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, and then I printed out this makeup chart for contouring and highlights. That way I could know kind of where to shade things with the face. And a donkey, attempt at a donkey. Looks more like a horse, doesn't it? But, and that is Anna from Frozen, I think. Whoops, Disney's Frozen. Not sure what that was. Butterfly without reference, trying to do some anatomical stuff. Ooh, that's scary. Don't look at that. This is where I was like, ugh, I just was not good at doing the eyes back then, and just trying to practice someone's method of drawing the face there. Not very good. Oh, all these faces are really embarrassing to me, but I'm working on that. That one's a little better. It takes a long time and a lot of practice, and I don't have a lot of time to practice. So, there you go. You know, kitty cats. I love kitty cats. I don't have a kitty cat, but... And then some more faces. Anyway, you get the idea. This is... And this one is pretty beat up because I keep it in my purse, and it's nice and small, and I keep a little plastic toothbrush holder with a mechanical pencil and an eraser inside it, and that way, you know, it is readily available. So, I hope you enjoyed seeing how I'm using these and get some ideas for what to do. If you really, you know, want to make a junk journal and don't know what to do with it, you don't have to use it just to write in. You don't have to use it just to scrapbook in. There's lots of ideas, and I hope you found that useful. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.